Okay, so we're back on Solidworks for beginners. So the last aspect I would like to teach is the shortcuts icons that are on your design page. So first things first, let's move this to MMGS. Then on the left side of your page, you will see some different compartments. The ones that you need to pay focus on are the first part, which is your parts. So it shows like the part that you are currently working on. Right now we don't have any part, so it's not going to have a name. If it was extrusion, it was revolved or anything like that, it would show. Then this one shows all the folders that you want to work with. Sensors and annotations, you don't really need those right now. But the main ones are your planes. So this shows your origin point, your right plane, your top plane, your front plane. So instead of going to sketch and then from sketch you click sketch and then pick your plane, you can just click on the plane you want to work on from here. Then you now click on it. So, but if you notice now, this just shows you where the plane is that you're working with. So if you click on your normal sketch, after clicking the plane, you can get access to that particular plane. If I click top plane, I go exit the sketch, I click top plane, sketch. It's the top plane that will show. So that's just it. Then your origin point is this point in the middle. So this is your top plane, which is the front part of what you're working on right now. So the next thing is these ones now. It's after you have already done the images that all these ones will work. So I'm just focusing on this first major place that normally displays what you need. So now let's go to the upper part here. So up here we have this means let's do a diagram so that we can easily work with it. So let's just do a cuboid. We click our rectangle to go to the origin and expand. Then let's extrude it by let's say 10. And so we have done this. So now this is what we're working with. So now look at this. This calls zoom to fit. Now if your drawing is just it is zoomed in, you can do zoom to fit so it fits your screen, or you can just press the F key because that's the shortcut for zoom to fit. Then the next one is zoom to area. So you want to focus on a particular area, just click on this, then highlight the page you want to focus on and it zooms in. That's when you are looking at trying to construct a very small dimension that will be having you have difficulties if it's far away from you. So you use zoom to area. Then let's go back to zoom to fit. Let's leave that. So the next thing here is previous view. The way it was before. Fit to screen. I pressed F. So now the shortcut for previous view is Control Shift Z. Control Shift Z. So it's like you're basically undoing the view you were in. So let's press F now. Section view. It displays a cutaway of a part or assembly using planes. Right now we don't have any cuts. But if you cut something, let's say you extrude cuts or you cut something on your own, especially when you use extrude cut actually or revolve cuts. All these ones that have cuts on them. So this one section cut now takes you to where the cut was. The next one is dynamic annotations view. You do not really need this. It displays all the annotation views that are normal to the model orientation. As you rotate the model, annotations that are no longer normal fade away. While other annotations appear as they normally as they approach normally. So that's for annotations. You don't really need that right now. Then view orientation depends on how you want to view your objects. You can view from the top. You can view it as an isometric drawing, but things you can try to make it isometric, dimetric, or trimetric. Right now it's on isometric. I believe that you should all know what isometric is. When you have 60-30 as your lines, the bigger side, the right hand side is at 30, the other side is at 60, making 90 degrees. Then if you want to view the side, you click on that. So it depends on how you want to do it. If you want to just focus on one side, you don't have to start clicking and turning and everything. You can just click on the exact place you want to work with. So this is the other side. So look at the pictures on this view orientation. You can easily tell where it is showing. So this is the bottom. This is the top. But things that normally your top now is like this is the top of where you are. like this is where we are. So the opposite side, that's what that one displays. Then these ones at the bottom now, we cannot use this because this is when you're like using just a flat object, and then it shows like in different views your drawing. Whether it's first the front view, your side view, your like how you do your angle projection. Then this one now depends on how you want your shape to be. So let me put this back in isometric view. Now this depends on how you want your object to appear. This is now solid. This one now does not have solid lines at the side. This one does not have solid color. It's just like an outline. So this is your display style. Now this one now shows the hidden lines that are present in your drawing. Then this one now, including the hidden lines, everything is seen as a line, a straight line, just like it's not as thick. So let's go back to our solid figure, like this. So now, this has a lot of different things. You don't really need to know them, but this is your hide tool. You use to hide something that you do not want to see. So it depends on what you want to do. This is your appearance. This one now is applied to your background. So it's for your backdrop. Let's say you want something like gray. It's for your backdrop, specifically for your backdrop. So it just depends on you. Now look at this. This is really nice. Rooftop style. This courtyard. So it just depends on how you want your background to be. I prefer the rooftop, but let's go to our plane. So this is our back to white, our default color. So now this one that has a pencil is your appearance for your object itself. So you can decide to click on the surface of your object and give it a color. Just click on where you want the color to be. Now this is the full object. If I wanted to specify a particular point, I can select here. Normally, when you select the place you want to work on, you see it here, appearances. So you can click on whether you want just that face, the extruded part, or the full body to have a particular color. So let's say you want just that face to have the color. You click on face, then you click on the color that you want. Any color that you feel makes sense, you click on it. Same thing, you can now, when you click on face, actually, you can also apply the same color to other sides. You just have to click on the side you want to apply it to. So with that, we're applying the same color to those sides. It's not obvious because of the shadow that is cast here. Here it's really very dark, but it's being applied. So you can decide to leave that. At the same time, you can decide to just do for the full image. So if you could go to boss extruded, because it was only one surface that was extruded, it will be the full thing that will be having the color. The height that was extruded will not have this color. All the sides will have that color. So if you look at it now, the bottom does not have color. Why? It's not part of the extrusion. It's the height that is extruded part. Now if you want the full image body to have it, you just click on body, then you click on the color you want. So see, the bottom also has it. But if you want the full part to have the color, you can just click on the surface, go here, you see parts. You can select any color of your choice. Now you saying why this color is not changing? I did not edit. When I did, if you look at it now, your pencil for appearance, you will see X in different places. Now all these X's mean you want to remove the instance. You remove the instance. So if you look at now, the color we set for our parts, for our body, is this green. So it's everything that is green, but because we already put a particular color for that particular surface, it does not appear as that. So see, this is your full body, your extruded part. If it was not, so see, we're back to our original color. So if it was if we had more extrusions, I put extrusion as the place you want to give the appearance, the full extrusion appears as that color. So the next thing we're looking at is view settings. Now this, you don't really need to worry about it. It's just the way your you will be able to view the drawing. So it just depends on you. So if you see all these things are now selected, you can unselect them just to give it an effect. So this is the one shadows inch. That's why these shadows are showing. You can see the shadows. You can see the effects. If I look at now here, focus on this point now. If you notice it, the shadow has left. So it depends on you. So that's basically it. All the things I'll decide here, I have their functions here, so you don't have to worry about them. They're just meant to be like shortcuts to everything. So with that, that's the final end. Okay, then as you already know, this is your point for your units at the bottom right corner of your screen. So with that, we are done with the basics of SolidWorks. Thank you for watching.